When making your Christmas purchases this year, nothing makes it easier to find the items that you really want than Amazon. This year, help support the Unbranded podcast and Ninth Row Reviews by making your purchases at the Ninth Row Reviews Amazon page. It's fast, it's easy, and help support our show. NinthRowReviews.com.
What's the matter, big brother?
Nothing. I was just checking the mailbox.
What did you expect? A turkey card?
Holidays always depress me.
I know what you mean. I went down to buy a turkey tree. And all they have are things for Christmas.
For Christmas? Already?
Anyway, why should I give thanks on Thanksgiving? What have I got to be thankful for? All it does is make more work for us at school.
It's true. It does make more work for us at school.
Mm-hmm. Well, that actually basically summed up the entire what Thanksgiving is about.
Yeah.
What's that, a break from school?
No, just that it's a load of a holiday.
It's the starting line for Christmas.
I miss having an entire week off for Thanksgiving.
Oh, no. I drove by the high school earlier today, and nobody was there, and I was mad I was going to college. I actually had to do stuff today.
Yeah, I got class on Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was really surprising. And for some reason, I thought that we had Friday off as well from work and such, that it was still technically a holiday, but it's not. I forgot.
You have to work Friday?
No, I'm not going to. And actually, I think last year the company came out and said, we're take Friday off as well, but I don't know if they've said that this year already. So
wow,
I'm not going to work Friday. No friggin' way.
Yeah, I was going to say whatever company you work for, Logan. That is.
No, it's going to be a 4.5 day weekend. I'm taking half of Wednesday off, and then
I can't believe Ninth Row Reviews would do that to you.
Yeah. I know. Screw those guys. Because we all know that half of what I'm going to be doing that weekend is going to be Ninth Row Review stuff. Because we've been busy and making all sorts of improvements to the site and the stuff that we do, including the podcast. Guys, it has been too long. It's been like 2 weeks since we've been able to record, and that is really lame.
What are we, college
actually,
students?
You forgot all of our names.
Yeah, we should go around the corner. I'm Logan.
I'm Mike.
I'm Justin.
And I'm Jake.
And they are saying it in the correct order again.
It is correct.
I'm here.
Things never change. Well, some things change, but that shouldn't. I think that's great. Man, it's Thanksgiving week, though. That's pretty exciting. We're like, the holidays are actually really upon us now.
They've really snuck up.
Break out your sweaters.
Yeah.
I cannot stand Thanksgiving.
It's
really?
such a waste.
Yeah, it's really boring.
I'm so hateful.
And
just because it's eating food?
Yeah, well, it's turkey. First of all, I don't really like turkey all that much.
Amen.
So we cook prime rib.
Oh, nice.
Which
I'd be down for that.
Yeah, I'm way down for that. But yeah, I'm just not really a turkey guy. Cook something for 6 hours, eat like 3 pieces of it, and then pass out for another 12. It just, it doesn't work for me.
Yeah, the leftovers are better than the actual day.
It's true. A lot of the time it does feel that way. But speaking of Thanksgiving food, I think we're going to play a little association game here. Just kind of around the circle. Thinking of, favorite Thanksgiving foods or just Thanksgiving foods in general.
Ooh, I'll start gravy.
I think Logan wanted to
Oh,
start.
that's 5 seconds, Logan. You're out.
Yeah. You lost.
And if you don't have one in 5 seconds.
Hold on, we didn't even explain the rules.
Yeah, we didn't explain the rules. If you don't have one within 5 seconds, you're out. Winner. Yeah, you just
Takes
won.
all.
That's
Winner, turkey dinner?
You get a single clap applause.
Okay, single clap.
So starting with Mike, how about you start?
Pumpkin pie.
Rolls.
Gravy.
Turkey.
Cranberries.
Pie.
Juice.
Yams.
Creamed onions.
Stuffing?
Onions?
And we start again.
Oh, man.
So can we say the words that were already said?
No. I don't think we should.
You got to find a new dish.
I think it should be a new dish.
Because you guys just named off like everything for Thanksgiving.
Yeah, pretty
no,
much.
you can get into obscure stuff.
I'm
What does your
getting into
family
it.
make?
I'm going to get into crap. Oh, cream corn.
Crap. You guys
Ugh.
eat crap.
What a horrible family.
Green
You guys are
bean
terrible.
casserole.
Bread pudding.
I'm not in this anymore.
Oh,
Remember?
that's
I was
right.
Eliminado.
Oh,
3,
sorry.
2, 1.
What? No!
Oh!
Sweet potato pie! Sweet
Logan.
potato pie!
Breadcrumb stuffing.
Pecan pie?
Apple pie.
Ooh, pecan pie.
We're no.
Oh, that's a
Nice.
double. That's a double pecan.
I believe that, yeah.
Did he say pecan?
He said
He
pecan.
did. He said pecan.
Oh,
Mike's
peach.
out. It's-
I love peach pie.
No,
Well,
no.
good thing you
you're-
thought it.
Yeah,
You said pecan.
No. Grandma's.
I think it's just down to me and
Grandma's
Jake now.
smoke.
There's nothing left.
Yeah, there really isn't.
Okay, fine. Is it my turn then?
No.
Jake's turn. Go.
Crap.
Oh.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 0.
Lost by
-1.
default?
-2.
Yeah, lost by
-3.
All right, single
Suckers!
clap applause for Jake. 1, 2, 3. Good job.
Horrible clap.
That was really bad.
Oh, Rusty.
See,
It's been 2 weeks.
Yeah, when we don't record, we get tired. Or
Podcast
you might
rust.
get tired.
yeah, podcast rust, and we also get depressed.
We're so amateur.
We're podcrastinators.
Well, it's Thanksgiving. It's Christmas.
That's
Time. Everybody
fantastic.
gets depressed.
No, I don't know. I really like the foods for Thanksgiving. I'm excited for Thursday. It's going to be a great day.
At least one
Though
of us is.
I'm getting ditched. The rest of my family's already taken off to Colorado. It's just me, my wife, and one of my brothers and his wives are still in town. But that's about pretty much it.
Are
So
you
you
gonna have a
guys-
bird?
No, I don't think we're going to do anything big like that. Well, actually, no.
Is it
We
just
are.
gonna have hamburgers?
Should go to Denny's.
What's with Is Denny's doing something?
Denny's is always
Denny's
open.
is being open 24/7. Is
That's
what they're
true.
doing.
You could go to
Yeah.
McDonald's
Denny's-
and get a McNugget turkey.
Oh,
You know, where they just
jeez.
cram all the McNuggets together.
That
in a big
sounds
turkey
terrible.
form.
No, actually, I think our plans are going to be mostly hanging out with my brother's in-laws' family, because our families are pretty close, eating some food with them, and then just relaxing the entire day. Nothing
playing
to do.
Halo 4 and Black Ops.
Probably going to be playing Halo and 4 and Black Ops, but we want to get into that later, because I'm way excited to talk about both of those things.
Yeah.
What about you, Mike? Do you have anything special going on for Thanksgiving?
Ever since I grew up, Thanksgiving has been kind of a we punted as a family. My dad, he works. He's a firefighter, so we've always gone to the fire station and just had Thanksgiving dinner. So this year it's probably beginning more of the same, hanging out with a bunch of sweaty guys. But
you know if your father's
I call that a Saturday
firefighter.
night. So what about you, Jake?
I call that a Saturday night.
Wow.
Wow.
I did not mean that, by the way.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, Mike's dad, he really loves you.
I hope
What?
so. What?
What?
Jeez,
Whoa,
Logan.
whoa.
No, I just hang out at a fire station by myself.
Slide down
All
the
the
pole.
time.
I want you to edit out everything else he said and just plug in, Mike, what are you
No,
going to do? I'm
that's
going
the
to the
entire
fire
podcast.
station by myself.
By myself.
I would totally slide down the fire pole all
It's
the time.
pretty fun.
Is it? Do they have all the bags at the bottom to keep you from breaking your ankle?
No.
Oh,
It's-
I always knew that was fake.
no, the pole is just there, and people have broken their legs on it.
That's funny. My brother just broke his leg and walked around with it for 2 weeks on it, not realizing that it was broken.
It happens.
It was.
What was he? What did
Well,
he
the
have?
ankle's not the
He,
leg.
he stepped on. Well, it's actually technically part of the bone, one of the bones that makes up his leg, but it is
Okay.
in the ankle portion of his leg. He stepped off of a porch wrong and rolled it really bad. So thinking it was just a really bad sprain, he didn't know that he had literally cracked the bone right down there at the ankle.
That's tough.
Your brother's
and,
a big
uh,
man.
Yeah, he was carrying around his daughter. His wife was out of town, just
no.
2 full weeks of work and everything, and didn't realize that it was broken until finally he said, "This hurts too bad." So he went into the doctor. So yeah,
So-
breaking your leg sucks.
Just to
Thanks.
reiterate, your brother got his leg broken by walking.
Yep.
Yes, yes, he
I
did.
think that's a fail.
But you know,
That's a fail.
there's
life.
I'm really really bad about twisting my ankle, especially stepping off of steps or porches and stuff like that. I don't have very genetically strong ankles. Thanks, Mom and Dad.
See, this
You
is
need
where
ankle
being
weight.
short works for you.
Yeah, and we're taller.
There's
And-
all you
and
tall
Jake-
guys.
I don't know, Jake. Do you roll your ankle pretty easy?
Not too often. I don't know.
It
Not
hurts.
really. Like
The-
I have.
I haven't done it so much, but it hurts really bad. And the last time I did it really bad was during a really bad snowfall. And so there was a lot of ice around, and it happened like 3 times in a row. And the third time it happened, I was just like, screw it, we're going home. And grabbed the guy I was with, and we went home, and I was mad. It hurt really, really bad.
Sounds like a Saturday night.
Wow, let's set you up for that one.
Tradition.
Back to Thanksgiving. So, Jake, what are you guys doing?
I'm
I know your
gonna-
family does good stuff for Thanksgiving. You have a
Well,
great menu.
I have a Mexican for a mother, and so she knows how to cook everything really well.
That's not
That,
Mexican.
that was
Jeez.
No one
at all.
respond to
You
that.
Yeah.
No.
racist.
We're not going to dignify that.
Well, I was
response.
sitting here wishing I had like a soundboard with some generic racist Mexican music.
Yeah. Orderly.
And of course, I
As long as we're referencing my mother in this conversation, I'm just going to sit here and listen.
Ondale.
that's true. That's true. There's nothing to make fun of
No,
about
your
mom.
mom's a very nice person.
She birthed you, which
sure.
means that she's Superwoman.
In technical, big guy mom fashion, she's really small. And so I'm
Oh.
sure she could totally take you all. If she
Oh, I wouldn't doubt it.
Yeah.
Anyway, no,
I'm
Mom
scared
makes
of
a bunch of food. Personally, I don't really care for turkey either, so I end up eating just a bunch of mashed potatoes and rolls and stuff.
Right.
But yeah,
Well, what is it about turkey that you guys don't like? Is it just because it's too dry?
it's not exciting.
Yeah, it's quite boring.
Yeah.
It's like unflavored
Oh,
chicken.
Yeah.
I love turkey. I'm sorry.
Okay.
There's a way you prepare it to keep it from getting dry.
Yeah, I mean, I've been pretty lucky.
No, like I've had moist turkey, and it's not like open by eyes.
Yeah.
Mm.
It's just turkey. It's not.
There are
entertaining to
better
me.
fowls that you can eat.
there are.
Like duck.
Better
I had
fowls.
duck for Thanksgiving
Like
one year,
turducken.
and that was really
Yes.
good.
I think one year we had Cornish game hens, and those were pretty good. That's like having a little chicken on a plate. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
But I've heard those are also like really
Yeah, eat the
like you
head.
get a lot of
Yes, the whole
bone
thing.
issue with that.
Swallow it whole, feathers and all.
Gross.
It was actually just a pigeon.
Oh gee.
Yeah, it was a pigeon from the backyard.
I got one.
Justin's family was really poor. Cornish
Yes.
game hen, pigeon. What's the difference?
That's why he doesn't like
You
Thanksgiving.
say potato, I say Cornish game hen.
So what are you guys doing besides your ribs? What are you
Yeah,
guys,
ribs. How long have you guys
Yeah.
been doing that?
Let's see. We've been doing that for a couple years now, but they still do turkey too. My parents know how to cook turkey really well.
Cool.
They put it in like a salt bath or something. The
Right.
night
Yeah. See
before
that
and do
that's
all
one
this,
of the ways to do it.
With a bunch of sweaty guys. At a
Yeah,
fire
with a
station?
bunch of sweaty guys in a fire pole.
like the guys from Gangnam Style.
It's all come full circle.
But yeah, we have 2 Thanksgivings. We have one over at my girl's house and then one over at my house. And usually we just go over to my girl's house first, do the thing with her mom, and then her mom and us go over to my parents' house, and then we have like the big meal.
Oh, cool.
So we
So
do
do
like
we all eat twice?
yeah,
cool.
pretty much.
Sounds
We
like
do
Nice.
lunch and dinner.
Well, for me, Thanksgiving is always kind of, we've never had a set, defined meal a lot of the time where everybody got together. It was more of like a lot of food all day long, which I really liked because I'm kind of a cow and I like to graze.
Mm-hmm.
And it just makes it feel better because I'm not eating a ton of food at once.
No, you're just eating it over a 6-hour period.
Yeah.
Which is
Yeah.
worse for you.
Awesome. Well, I don't know
Yeah.
if it's that much worse for you.
I don't know.
That's pretty much the equivalent of having a main line into your stomach where you just pump food in all day.
We're American.
Yeah, but it's luckily always been really good.
Speaking of Americans, why the hell is Hostess going out of business?
Oh, yeah.
You
Oh,
got
my
to seriously be doing something wrong if you're Hostess and you're going out of
I
business
know.
in
Okay,
America.
Especially
So-
around the holiday season.
Yeah. First off, this really sucks. For
Maybe they
those
need to
that
open up in
haven't
Australia.
heard, besides the fact that Twinkies are going away, we're talking about 18,500 jobs-ish that are going to be lost.
Well,
Yeah.
we live in the
Going
Sacramento
under.
area. We actually have a Hostess
Yeah,
plant
there's
near
a
us.
plant.
We do have a Hostess
Right off
plant,
of 80.
not very long.
For the last month, we've had picketers just standing outside saying,
Yeah.
we want our jobs back. And now, hey, they won. There's
Yeah.
no jobs left.
No, and it's really kind of interesting because what happened was there were 2 unions that were going up with the Hostess business and trying to get negotiations done with pay cuts and all these different things because Hostess has not been doing very well recently. Some people I've heard say that it's because we're trying to be more healthy in America, and so companies I don't think
buy that.
that's the case. I don't buy that at all. I think it's just we're in a semi-recession and it's been a really bad economy and everybody's doing poorly.
Yeah.
So one of the unions, the Teamsters union, did go through with negotiations, and they were all fine and dandy. A smaller union, though, the Bakers Union, said, screw you guys. We aren't going to come to the negotiation table. These are our demands. Either meet them or we will continue to go on strike. Well, what a lot of people don't realize is that Hostess doesn't keep a huge stock of their product up at any given time. They chew through it pretty quickly. They serve every gas station and Safeway and Bel Air and every department store that you want to go to. So they ship out their stuff, and if nobody's baking the goods, they lose a ton of money. They have to keep up a steady supply of being manufactured. So with the bakers going on strike, the owner of Hostess basically came out and said, fine, bag it. I have more money than I need for the rest of my life. So does pretty much anybody else I care about. Screw you guys. We'll go bankrupt and let the company die. It doesn't hurt us. We're tired of dealing with it. And it is one of those cases where the union really is what screwed the pooch on this one. Because the company was willing to come back to talks. But new news today, a federal judge ordered Hostess to go back to the negotiation table before allowing the company to finish filing for bankruptcy and go out of business entirely.
Dun, dun, dun.
So it sounds like there's a huge concern about, the 18,500 poor individuals who have, just lost their job effectively. And they're trying to do something to keep this from going down that way, which is a good sign, right? I mean, I'd like it if that went through. I don't want to give up my ding-dongs.
No.
I could care less if Twinkies left.
Yeah, I don't think Twinkies are really that good anymore.
Oh my god, I love Twinkies,
that's the
especially when
thing.
they fry them at the state fair.
Nah,
Oh,
it's
wow.
different though. No, that was another comment I saw a lot of. Like, what's the state fair going to do now? They're
Yeah.
running out of things they can deep fry.
Please.
Oh, there's nothing. You can deep fry your hand.
Dude, yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Surprised they don't have deep fried fingernails at the state
That
fair.
is-
I'd eat
that's
'em.
gross.
I'm sure they have.
That is really really gross.
Well, since we're talking about Hostess, like we're all Hostess fans here. What Hostess things have you guys eaten? What's your favorite thing? Twinkies, Ho-Hos, Zingers?
Is it?
Zingers are awesome, man.
Zingers are great.
Wait, which
Those
ones are the
so-
Zingers?
Those are the ones with the coconut and they got the red ones on the
Oh,
outside.
Zingers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, the funny thing is I know all these pastries and the shapes and the flavors and things like that. I never read when I eat them.
what
They're all in a
called.
clear
Yeah.
plastic bag.
They're all called Hostess.
They're all Hostess. Yeah.
Out of the bag in your mouth.
Was it Hostess that did the Christmas trees?
Yes.
No, I think that was Little Debbie.
Yeah, I
Was
think
it Little Debbie?
I think that was Little Debbie.
Are you talking about the ones that had like the green coconut on them?
No. It's like they're
Those
white.
They're shaped like
frosted ones, and they're just
They're
shaped,
shaped like
trees.
Christmas trees. I think
Right.
those are
Little
Debbie's.
Debbie also
think that's
does the
Little Debbie.
zebra cakes and a couple other
The moon pies.
The moon
man.
pies.
Those are so good.
Oh,
Those
yeah.
are way good.
I've never had those.
I've always been a big fan of Ding Dongs. The Twinkies, I kind of fell out of them recently. I used to really love Twinkies. I don't think that they taste as good as they used to.
What about the cupcakes? Anyone feel
Oh,
that?
yeah, the cupcakes
definitely.
are good. The
The-
snowballs.
the
Some of
snowballs are really good.
yeah.
I just don't like coconut.
But the
The
cupcake,
pink
the
flavored
chocolate
snowballs.
coconut, or the chocolate cupcakes with the cream in the middle. Those
Definitely.
are
That's
one of my
representing.
favorites.
Yeah.
That's old school. You're going
Yeah.
retro right there.
Oh, I love
Feeling
those
old,
things
folks.
though. But it's disappointing that a company like that is going to go under. But somebody's going to buy.
I don't.
it
Yeah,
out.
Someone's
somebody will
gonna pick
buy
up
them
the
out.
name. Yeah, Twinkies are coming
Yeah.
back. There's no way something that heavily advertised is going to go out.
Yeah, the name
Yeah.
alone is worth it.
But if anything, it'll just be that thing it'll be like a time marker. You're like, oh, you know what, grandkids, you never have a Twinkie like I had a Twinkie.
Right.
You know.
Yeah, they'll
was just-
eventually change it all, or yeah, we'll see. Hopefully they get bought up, because I'm more concerned with just the huge number of people that would lose their jobs, because that really sucks. And you're talking not just the really unfortunate thing in my mind is that it was a really small number of people, just the bakers union, that ended up screwing it for everybody, because there were all the drivers, there were all the boxers, these other people in the company that did a lot of other jobs that are now losing it all because of one small union and the fact that they would not be reasonable with the company.
Yeah, and only like 300. There was only like 3,000 are actual union workers or something like that at Hostess.
Something like that. But that was also made up of the two different unions, so not even all of that 3,000 was the bakers union.
See, and that's ridiculous. How one or even two unions can speak for the entire company when it's only 30, maybe 20% of the company.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Back in the day, unions, when you look at the history of unions, it kind of makes sense why they were there. But at this point, you just look at how corrupt they've gotten and how much damage they do. And it's hard to justify, at least in my mind, working with a union like that. I know it's really hard to get a job with Rayleigh's or Bel Air, because if you're not part of their union, you can't work there. They won't allow it. And then,
It
so
drives
it's
me
like,
nuts.
yeah, it was really difficult for my brother when he was, getting older and he was looking for a job as a teenager. He really wanted to work at Bel Air, and it was a really difficult thing to get in with the union. And then they charge you money on top of that to be part of the union. And in this case, I would really like to find the Hostess employee that feels like the union did them good this time. And really, got their money's worth for being part of the union. But
Yeah, I don't think they exist.
it's neither here nor there, and we're not part of it. But
Yeah.
it's
That's why I root for the Confederacy.
we really hope the best for all of you Hostess people out there, and hopefully we won't be too long without our delicious sweets.
It's Canada's fault.
Yeah, Canada.
Time for another war of northern aggression.
But kind of going back to the Thanksgiving though, with the foods and all that, and things that kind of unfortunately rubbed me wrong.
Whoa. What was our word of the day today?
Cornucopia.
Cornucopia. That's right. Thank you.
The cornucopia.
I had to remember what it
Shucking
was.
right now.
Yeah.
But Black Friday, it's gotten really big these last couple of years.
Yeah, but this 8 o'clock in the morning crap. What is that?
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
No, not
preface
8 in
that
the
a little.
morning.
Not in the morning,
8
or 8
p.m.
8
8 p.m. 8 p.m.
So,
not 8 a.m.
So I posted something up on Facebook, and there's once in a while where something just rubs me enough that I will say something publicly where I'm just like, this is dumb. And Black Friday did it for me because Walmart, Best Buy, Target, who else is a part of it?
There's a lot of rubbing in this
Yeah,
podcast.
yeah, we need to
a lot
stop
of
Target,
saying that.
Kohl's. Yeah, we should stop rubbing.
Too much
Stop rubbing everything.
More cornucopying.
Less rubbing, more cornucopia.
You sound like a fourth grader.
It's so bad. So what happened is they said, look, Black Friday, we've always historically opened up at midnight, so everybody was camping out after their Thanksgiving meals and getting in for the early deals. And you know what? I am all behind saving money and the awesome freaking deals that you can get on both Black Friday and Cyber Monday. It's great. I love it, but
I prefer Cyber Monday. Personally.
I do prefer Cyber Monday, but that's also because I prefer shopping for items like that online than in the store.
Why wait in line and battle over 800 other people when I can just
Yeah.
refresh.
Exactly.
The
So-
F5 button is so convenient.
With Black Friday, though, they have now extended their hours to the earlier time of the evening, 8 p.m., so 2 hours after a lot of people will be eating. They will be opening their doors for the rush of Christmas shoppers. And for me, I just look at it and go, Thanksgiving is supposed to be a day about being grateful and having thanks for the things that we already have and for our family. The list can go on and of what we're thankful for. But then so quickly thereafter, it went into Black Friday, which is a day about getting things that you want and want and want and feeding that unstoppable and unending feeling of needing more. And now they don't even give us an entire day to think about being grateful.
Well, it just sounds like it's going from Thanksgiving to Christmas. Black Friday is just the build up to it. Yeah.
So I don't know. I just thought that was unfortunate. I'm all for retailers doing things and offering great deals, but there comes a point where I just don't agree with taking away my day to be grateful. And I won't. It's my personal choice whether I go or not. And I personally won't be going at 8 p.m. to go buy stuff on Black Friday. But I would also salute anybody else that doesn't as well.
Guilty.
And
I'm so going.
You're so going.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Screw you, Justin.
Assassin's Creed 3 is only $35 at Best Buy. I'm so getting that.
It hurts so bad.
Wow, I might get hit.
Well, aside from shopping there, those folks who are grateful to have jobs, they have to work there.
Yeah,
they got to show up 2 or 3 hours early, so that's in the middle of dinner.
Yeah, they got to leave dinner to go work. And I used to work at Best Buy. I would probably quit.
Yeah,
I would say no. I'm going to have my not turkey, and I have some friends.
I'm going to have my ribs and fire poles.
Yeah, I'm going to have my ribs and fire poles.
I don't know.
Cornucopia.
It just seems unfortunate that something that was really special and a really great holiday is being rolled over by the retail side. And I am a pro-capitalist. I'm all about capitalism. It's just this time it went a little bit too far for me, and I felt like saying something. Justin, well, yeah, you can help them destroy a great holiday.
Yeah.
There's already some backlash, though. Walmart employees are actually saying if they go through with this, they'll actually strike that night.
Really?
Mm-hmm. They're saying because Walmart's so anti-union, they're basically, the employees are getting up in arms and saying, we are not going to come in if you keep us to 8 o'clock. They say roll it to 8, 12, or we're going to be outside.
Wow, that's kind of intense.
I don't know.
Well, I understand the midnight thing because that is the day after. That is the exact time that it turns to the next day. But if you're doing it at 8 p.m., you're opening on Thanksgiving. What person is going to want to work after being with their family?
Yeah, no, it's true. And also feel so fat and tired.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, kids. We're going to eat at 10 a.m. now because Daddy's got to go to work at 2.
Yeah.
Thanksgiving breakfast.
Gray Thursdays.
Just doesn't make sense to me. But, enough complaining. We don't need to turn the whole thing into this bad mess. Thanksgiving's going to be great.
Negative rubbing all over the place.
Negative rubbing everywhere. But anyway, we'll take a quick little break, and we'll be right back after this.
With so many great movies coming out this December, purchase your tickets early and conveniently online through Fandango. Go to the Ninth Row Reviews website and click on any of the Fandango ads to make your purchase quickly and easy. NinthRowReviews.com.
It really is easy. We put ads for Fandango everywhere up there.
How easy is it, Logan?
You click, you put in your credit card, you select what movie you want in whatever order works best for you, and you purchase a ticket. It's that easy. It actually, they've expanded how they do receipts for Fandango now. You can do it on your credit card, so you can show up and they'll swipe your credit card as if you were making a purchase, and they'll just print out your receipts that shows that you've already made the purchase for the movie. Mm-hmm. You can print out the tickets at home on your printer, or they can send you a text message to your phone, which has a QR
code?
There we go, QR code. And it's just real quick barcode. They scan that, and it's the exact same thing. It really, really is easy. A lot easier than it used to be. I still prefer to just take my credit card and let them swipe it and all that. But
I like to write down the numbers and give them, just so it makes it so inconvenient for the guy. Basically what you're saying is if you want to go see Twilight Breaking Dawn Part 2, just go to our website, and Fandango's right there. That way we get some kickback, and you guys get the full use of Fandango.
Yeah, it doesn't cost you guys anything more to use Fandango. It just helps us. We get a little bit of a kickback.
Team
Help
Jacob.
Us.
It's like Team Edward.
Yeah. Restrictions may apply.
Yes, obvious restrictions may apply.
Trademark.
But anyway, there's lots of good things to talk about. I'm really excited to talk about Halo 4. I wanted to talk about this last week because it came out the week before, and now it's been a while. We've had plenty of time to play around with the game. Justin, you got a pre-release copy, a review copy, and you beat the game before it came out. I beat it very quickly thereafter, and holy cow, Hey, 343 came through.
Yeah, they did, didn't they?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I told you guys they did. It was, it's awesome.
And a frankly amazing game. Even I went through and I beat the campaign on normal. I wasn't really interested in going through on legendary just because I wanted to get into the multiplayer as quickly as I could. But the campaign just drew me in, and I'm like, I'm going to beat this crap.
Are you back on legendary now?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to play it through legendary right now.
I think that legendary is worthy of co-op.
A second playthrough.
Yeah, definitely worth a second playthrough, and definitely something that I'd want to play with somebody else too.
Absolutely.
Because you die so much, and on co-op you don't seem to have to restart the level as much.
You don't have to do that on legendary now. There's a skull that you have to turn on in order for that to happen.
Right.
So
yes, that's true.
That's one of the things they did change. People listening, you don't have to go to the beginning of the level now anymore.
Yeah. Are we talking to each other, or are we talking to the people that are listening?
I don't know.
People
I don't know who we're talking to.
That was strange. Okay.
Chirp.
Strange. It's like you expected feedback there. Yeah, okay, so they did change that a little bit. So it doesn't. Okay. Halo 4, though, looks amazing. And it plays, I mean, you sit down with it, you're going to feel immediately comfortable with it if you've played any of the other Halo games. They've added a whole bunch of new weapons. They've got the Forerunner tech. And wow, the Promethean guns are pretty dang strong.
Yeah, they are.
I've started using them more and more. There's a couple achievements actually tied to carrying a UNSC, a human weapon, through some of the levels, though, because it is really tempting to start switching to the Promethean stuff pretty quick.
Well, yeah, it's like twice as powerful as it feels twice as powerful as the UN and UNSC stuff, but
yeah, like the sniper rifle versus the binary rifle. Like that binary rifle, it's a one-shot kill.
So sick.
Wow, that thing is cool.
Yeah, it is.
I was playing a bunch of multiplayer, and somebody had one and was just absolutely killing us with it. I'd be walking around trying to duck behind a rock, and all of a sudden I'd hear this, and I'd start, dissolving into these little orange squares. It was kind of funny.
Yeah.
But really intense game. The campaign, though, didn't feel as long as some of the other campaigns have been for Halo 4. And I was appreciative that it wasn't super long.
What would you gauge it at? Like 10 hours, maybe?
I beat easy in 4.5 hours.
Well, that's easy.
Well, that's
What are you doing?
Normal at 4.5 hours. I'd say legendary probably could take 10 to 12 hours to beat it.
So realistically, it's about a 5-6 hour game.
Yeah. It is a really, really good storyline, though. You get a lot more information than I think the other Halo games have, and they did a lot more
backstory.
Yeah, they gave a lot more backstory. They really wanted to kind of flesh out a lot of what's going on in the Halo universe, whereas the other games, they've been a lot more constricted to the Flood invasion and directly what was happening with the Halo rings, the Halo array.
I don't know. I kind of like that the backstory for the original Halo games kind of came out through the background sources, like the comic books and the
stuff.
books. Yeah,
I agree. But I think with Halo 4, it was time for them to step into the actual game. Like they did a lot of background on Chief and where he came from, what the Spartan program was like, because they were introducing a whole nother generation of Spartans. Mm-hmm. So it felt very natural, and it felt like, wow, okay, cool, this makes sense. Wow, that's really jacked up. What the heck did Halsey do? For those that are not familiar with Halo 4, Dr. Halsey was one of the scientists that created the Spartans in Halo and kidnapped a bunch of children for it.
Did you like how they did the 4 Dawn series and then tied that into the actual story?
Yes, I felt when you actually meet Lasky in the game after
so
watching
cool.
Forward and Dawn, that felt really cool. Also, having read the books, I highly recommend anybody that's interested in the series and wants to get to know the universe more, read the books, because you learn some really cool stuff. It's a really well-written series, I think, especially Glasslands was the last one that I read, and it was really, really good. So, multiplayer, though, absolutely phenomenal. Feels exactly the same. They added some new stuff like the Mantis. And the Mantis is a freaking beast.
It's a cornucopia of awesomeness.
It's a cornucopia of bloodshed.
Ding, ding.
But I was really surprised that they didn't make that thing sit there and be invincible. Like, you can take it out really, really quickly if you're good at it.
I've always thought multiplayer balanced things pretty well. Like, the tank never felt like you couldn't take it out if you had a rocket or something.
If you weren't doing one-on-one, then yeah. One-on-one was not always that fun. But what they did with the loadouts, I think, was brilliant. Because there's so many weapons now, trying to fit that many weapons on a single map the way that they did before, it didn't make sense. And now the way that you're kind of sitting there, I want to be more stealthy and snipe. Okay, cool. You have a loadout that's got your stealth. You've got one of the long or medium to long range rifles. Somebody that only likes to play with plasma grenades. I'm really big into plasma grenades, not so much into the frag grenades. So all my loadouts are set up for plasma grenades. The amount of customability and the way to set up your gameplay into these different sets is really cool. If I wanted to be more of a forward assault type guy, I would throw down one of the assault rifles, the quick shield recharge stuff, dexterity to make my switching between weapons faster and reloading faster. And it was just cool stuff like that. I was like, yeah, this feels really polished.
What do you use for your long gun?
A lot of the time I use a Promethean rifle.
Do you?
For my medium to mid range, and then if I can get it the drop pretty quickly, I'll get the binary rifle.
See, and I like sticking with the battle rifle or the DMR.
I've always loved those guns.
I did for a while, and I've been switching back and forth between the two. I think that the DMR is better than the battle rifle.
Oh, hands down,
but
yeah.
But everybody uses the battle rifle, and it's really kind of annoying because it says
it's the 3-shot because if you can land headshots, it's a one shot, one trigger pull.
Really good, yeah.
Yeah, it's one trigger pull and they're dead.
I really also like the way that they started expanding how you unlock stuff instead of just strictly through a experience grind. Now that you can sit there and you get enough headshots and you'll be able to unlock armor abilities and traits and stuff like that. That's a lot better than just sitting there having to play multiplayer after multiplayer after multiplayer to get those things. It gives you more of a focus than grinding through a match. Now you're like, well, okay, right now I need to focus on getting assassinations and doing this and doing that. I thought that was way cool. One thing I am disappointed with, though, was Spartan Ops.
That's terrible.
You didn't like it either?
It's just I want Firefight back. I don't care.
I
mean, it's cool how they're doing the chapters, and they're going to be adding more on in the future.
Yeah.
But
it seems like a lot of wasted effort.
It does. It seems like a lot of wasted effort. It seems like the Firefight, even if it was an afterthought, probably would have been more popular than Spartan Ops is. I don't see a lot of people playing Spartan Ops. Everybody seems to play multiplayer.
That's a bad sign when you focus all your energy into Spartan Ops.
For people that aren't familiar with it or don't remember Firefight, you had a basic map you could play with yourself or a group of people, and it was basically wave after wave.
It's a horde mode.
Yeah, it's a horde mode for Halo.
Mm-hmm.
The Spartan Ops, though, were more of like a mission. They gave you specific objectives that you were trying to do, and yeah, there'd be drops and kind of waves, but it more felt like one of the missions from the campaign. And I didn't think that it was really that well written. I played through the very first episode, which is in this desert canyon. I was trying to make a video for Ninth Row of what the Spartan Ops were like. And it took me about 12 minutes on my own. I was playing on... I don't think I was playing on Legendary, but I think I was playing on just hard.
He was playing easy.
Yeah, I was playing on easy.
Mm-hmm.
But no, it really felt like it. I hijacked just one of the Covenant tanks and ran around blowing stuff up. Didn't feel like I was ever in really any danger. Didn't feel like it was very intense. I got bored. I was like, I really hope this ends soon. And from what I've heard and played a couple of the other episodes, it's pretty much the same.
Yeah,
maybe it's different with more people playing instead of just by yourself.
Were you by yourself?
I was just by myself.
Okay.
I didn't have anybody else playing with me.
It didn't seem like there were more enemies the more people we had in the game, but maybe the enemies are more difficult.
Yeah, and that's generally how it is. I mean, they did rank up the difficulty, but I don't know. It just didn't catch me like it, and so I've spent all my time in multiplayer because flip. That's
yeah,
fun.
the multiplayer is awesome, but Black Ops is so much better than Halo.
Regicide is a cool game type. I think Regicide's pretty cool. What?
Nothing.
Never mind.
I don't play Regicide, so this is all you.
No, I was going to ask, what do you play?
I play King Oddball and King of the Hill and Team Deathmatch.
I spend most of my time playing the big team battles.
Big team's cool.
Big team's a lot of fun, I think, and just because you have that many people on one single map, you're playing with really large maps. I think it's a lot of fun. Regicide was more of kind of like King of... it's kind of like Oddball. Because with No, I'm not thinking of Oddball. Where's the one where some... Juggernaut. It's kind of like Juggernaut.
I never liked Juggernaut.
Juggernaut was where one single person was a little bit overpowered. They had more shields. They did more damage. But they also had a target reticle over them, so you knew where they were at any point in the game. And the objective was to go around and kill that person and become the Oddball, or become the Juggernaut. With Regicide, it's a king, but they don't have any advantage. They're not stronger, and they're not harder to kill by any means. But they do rank up points. So the more people that the king kills, the more points he's worth when he's killed. And the person with the highest points in the game stays the king. And so it kind of felt like Juggernaut, but didn't have all this overpower or anything like that. They weren't harder to kill or anything like that.
It's called Regicide.
It's called Regicide. I think it's pretty fun. But I don't know if it really is as entertaining as a lot of the other game types. What did you think of the new Flood multiplayer? Have you played any of that?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. The one thing that I like is that you can actually sword fight.
Yeah.
So if you strike, if you're the Flood and the Spartan and you have the beam sword at the same time, and you guys actually attack at the same time, you'll clash swords, and I think that's pretty cool how they added that in. But I don't know. It seems like
only if you're really a big fan of
that.
If
you like that kind of game, like if you like the Left 4 Dead. Zombie mode type deal. I don't know.
I thought it was cool though that they actually gave it its own skin. I was glad to see that it wasn't just turning the other team, the zombies, green and their armor is all green. Now they actually look like they're flood infected Spartans, which I thought was pretty cool. Another one of the game types that was, oh no, never mind.
Well, Halo 2 had, like, my favorite game type was everybody got a sword, and it was what was it? I think it was just called swords.
Yeah,
and everybody just came up, and whoever. The problem with that was. When it came down to hit R bumper first and you win.
Yeah,
so
that's
it sounds
true.
like this game they kind of balance it out and it's more of a sword fight.
It is a little bit more balanced. I was really glad to see that they didn't get rid of Griffball.
Yeah.
I don't know if you played Griffball very much. It was originally a creation by the Rooster Teeth Productions Red vs. Blue guys, and it's way cool. It's based off one of their characters and a game mode that I think they started coming up with to play and became part of their storyline. And now 343 and Bungie actually turned it into one of the multiplayer game types, and it's a lot of fun. I don't know, what would you call it? Football, where you kill everybody on the other team. You're basically trying to take this score ball to the other side of the court, and you basically kill everybody that either has the ball or to keep them from getting it there. It's pretty fun. I've also seen Minecraft renditions of Griffball, which has been pretty cool. They use dynamite instead of the actual Griffball from Halo.
Yeah.
Anyway, so
let's stop talking about Halo 4 because
we
really don't care that much about it.
Whatever.
No, Halo
Halo 4 is fun. Don't get me wrong.
Logan loves Halo 4 though.
But there's so many better games out right now.
Yeah.
You just want to talk about Call of Duty.
Yes, I do. But it's actually not that good of a Call of Duty. It's a good game. Don't get me wrong. It's not.
It's the same game.
It's
they put
the
up
same
the last
game.
6 or 7 years.
The couple of cool things they added though. The story now. There's different paths you can take.
Really?
They have these new things called strike missions, which is actually a bird's eye view. It's kind of like a RTS, and you command different units and place them around the map and hold objectives. And you can actually zoom and warp down into any one of the units at one time, so you can take control of anybody on the battlefield. And that's the game type: is you're basically controlling squads and you're being attacked, and you have to do whatever the objective is. But that was actually that one's cool, but it seems kind of like an afterthought, like they put it in just so that they can make the story go different routes.
Oh, that makes sense.
Those are that's the key point in the story, where if you fail the mission, it goes one way. If you pass the mission, it goes another way. If you do 3 of the objectives instead of all 4, you go a different route. So it's got a branching storyline for the single player, which is actually the first time they've ever done that in a Call of Duty game.
Interesting.
And that's cool. That's really cool how they did that.
I've seen some videos of the multiplayer, and it looks pretty much the same as it's always been, though. With a couple additions, like it seems like they cleaned out the airstrike stuff, so that they work better.
Yeah, the main thing they did is score streaks, and there's points now. It's a point-based system. You get 10 points, and each one of the items that you put in your class is 1 point. So you could actually not have any weapons and just walk around with with like 3 hatchets and all the perks.
Oh, really?
So it's a point-based system. That's how it works now. But it's definitely a good rendition of the multiplayer. It's probably one of the better multiplayers they've done in a while. But I just like it because it's futuristic warfare. I like all the future weaponry, and my new favorite thing is the hunter-killer drone, which you basically throw it up into the air.
The UAV? Yeah.
You throw it up in the air, and it hunts out somebody or a group of people and then comes down and explodes. So
that's cool.
It can either knock out aircraft or UAVs or actually kill people.
That's pretty cool. Okay.
Whoa.
Sorry.
Whoa, explosion of the mouth.
Things just got real.
Cornucopia of coughs going on here.
Excuse me. So, but what system were you playing it for? You were playing it for PC, right?
PC, yes.
Okay.
You can definitely tell it's a 6-year-old engine.
Really?
Oh, wow.
The only thing is, there's a thing you can get called the Sweet FX mod. It's kind of like what is that? The FXAA anti-aliasing tool.
Yeah,
the Skyrim thing you can get, the ENV
Yeah.
series stuff. They have that for Black Ops 2, and if you put that in, it basically it upgrades the engine and makes it look better. It makes it actually look a lot better.
Cool. Do you think people are going to feel the same way if they're playing on a console, though?
Well, if you're on a console, that hardware is just as old as the engine. So console players are satisfied.
Okay.
Call of Duty is the only game that runs at 60 frames per second on console, and that's why it's so popular, because of the responsiveness that you get with the controller.
Right.
I personally, I can't play first-person shooters on a console. I like my keyboard and mouse, and
Yeah, me too.
anybody who wants to challenge me with a controller, bring it on, because I'll roll you.
I always wish that they had bridged, back when Halo was on the PC, the original Halo was on PC and Xbox. I wish that they had bridged the multiplayer at some point. Because I always felt that playing the PC version, you were better, you were faster, more accurate than you ever were on a console.
Yeah.
And it's really rare. Like Left 4 Dead was one of the first ones that I remember people were like, "Oh yeah, man, get this thing for the 360," and I'm like, "No, bag that. I'm going to play it on the PC." I feel with a first-person shooter, I have much more fun on the PC.
Yeah, but the only problem is I'll actually get it for Xbox as well. I'll get it for both.
Really?
I went online and there was 60,000 people on the PC version of it, and then I went online on my buddy's Black Ops for his Xbox, and there was like 560,000 people.
Wow,
so,
that's a big difference.
Yeah, there's a lot more people playing the console versions, which is to be expected.
Right.
$2,000 computer, $200 console. What are people going to buy?
No, it's true. There's only there's a much smaller group of people like us that are willing to invest that much.
If Microsoft would just
Nerds.
allow us to plug a keyboard and mouse into their damn console, we would be happy.
Yeah, but we have more to talk about Microsoft and things that they're doing later on. But but you were talking about
Monopoly Soft
with Monopoly Soft. You were talking about with the old game engine. The GTA 5 trailer came out, and Mike and I watched it before we started recording.
Mm-hmm.
I had a couple of thoughts about the way it looked.
I think it looks great.
It looks awesome.
It looks
I
like
don't
a return
know.
to,
I was
form.
looking. Maybe I'm just spoiled at this point, but from what I saw, I thought we were watching mostly cutscenes, right? Not actual gameplay for a majority of the trailer.
Well, that's the thing about GTA, though, is the cutscenes are in-game.
Right.
They're
Okay.
It's all used
GTA
on their
4.
system.
Yeah,
That-
GTA 4, all cutscenes were all rendered with the in-game engine, and that's why it was so seamless to go between your actual gameplay and the cutscene.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to go back to why I want to have Halo 4's babies.
Oh, my God.
I would think at this point that GTA 5 would have looked better than it does in the trailers. I didn't think it looked that good. I didn't think the models looked that good. The textures seemed a little bit bland. Now, it's true, Mike, you were saying that at least it's not, GTA Brown edition.
GTA 4 was it looked muddy and brown the whole game.
Right, and
this
I
game
agree.
looks like San Andreas. There's like bloom and rainbow colors. It looks amazing. It looks like an actual game that I want to play. And the size of the game, I think you're focusing too much on Halo. The series looks great because they can focus on like these tiny contained levels. Grand Theft Auto, the Euphoria engine deals with this expansive universe. It's a sandbox game, and I hear GTA 5 is supposed to be Red Dead Redemption, GTA 4, and San Andreas. The size of the maps all put together. So the Euphoria
Say
engine,
what?
Yeah, it's like it's supposed to be those three games, or at least it's supposed to be San Andreas and Red Dead Redemption
and I heard GTA 4
Well, then
combined.
they had better have a really good quick travel element in that game.
They do taxi cabs.
Did you see the
Oh,
jet? The
that's
jets
true.
Yeah.
and the jets and the airplanes are back.
Oh,
And
that's true. And with the jets and the airplanes,
Look
that'll
at
make a big difference.
go online at some point and look at the comparison screenshots between GTA 4 and 5,
Oh,
and you'll see
stunning.
the difference. It's insane what they did on the same console.
They show the Vinewood from San Andreas, and then they show the Vinewood sign from GTA 5, and one looks like a video game, and the other looks like real life.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's pretty crazy what they did.
Yeah, I guess the trailer just didn't impress me that much, but I could be wrong. And trailers are somewhat misleading as to what the final result's going to look like. I mean, we saw that with Assassin's Creed 3. It looked a lot more polished than it actually did. When
Yeah, and it's one of the
out.
most glitchy games of the year. I thought.
Incredibly glitchy. Which
I
is
actually got the copy for PC now, and
yeah.
it's a million times better.
Is it?
Yeah,
the patch-
Okay.
it's so much better. The game, they needed to wait and put this game out on the next generation of consoles.
Yeah.
It really has enough kick behind it that it could have justified the jump, and they
But maybe not the weight.
the Wii U version runs great.
Really?
Yeah, it runs great.
Cool. That's actually really surprising. I know a lot of people have been very concerned about what difference the Wii U would make and whether it was going to be worth the additional cost and
well, it
upgrading.
has the hardware from the 360. It has the same kind of graphical capabilities.
True.
Yeah, it's actually a little pumped up. There was some misleading information about that. It's running, I believe, it's running a AMD 6000 series chipset. So that's the equivalent to
hefty.
like a 6850 in your computer, which in a console is good. It is pretty
good for
really
a console.
good. The only thing that the Wii U doesn't have is system memory. The Xbox has 256 or 512 megs of system memory, and the Wii U only has a gig or 2 gigs, I think.
Right.
So that jump isn't big enough to...
It's a flash drive.
No.
Yeah, exactly.
But you brought up next-gen consoles, and this has actually been a pretty exciting week because we've gotten some new information from Microsoft about the new Xbox codenamed Durango. Or it's also commonly called the Xbox 720.
720.
Yeah, we'll see how long that name lasts. But it sounds like they're getting ready to launch their next gen of consoles, which I'm with Microsoft coming out with more information. I'm willing to bet that Sony's going to come out with some new stuff pretty soon as well. We'll start to hear more quote unquote leaks and such. But yeah, the Xbox 720 is supposed to have 8 gigs of RAM. Way extended hardware than it did before. Let me look at here.
I like the idea too that they're going to introduce the Kinect with the console.
Yeah,
that's right.
Kinect
it's built
2.0.
Yeah, that was a big thing. And the other thing I saw that was cool was the augmented reality stuff where they
the augmented reality glasses.
Well, no, they were showing a picture where they actually projected the image onto all the walls in the room.
Whoa.
And, yeah, I don't know if that's actually science fiction or fact, but
that sounds more like wishful thinking.
At this point, with how new the information is and how limited it is, and how many rumors are out, it's hard to say. I do know that they are planning on doing Kinect 2.0, and that'll be pretty interesting. Projection on walls in a room like that is always kind of tricky because how many rooms in your house do you have that are projection friendly in that sense? So I don't know. I do know that they are saying it's the augmented reality glasses. So that might be something
that would be cool.
That would be kind of cool as well. I've always thought that technology could be is way underused.
Oh yeah,
with how much we've been doing with 3D and the glasses and such. I think that it's more. There's more possibility with augmented reality glasses and stuff like that. But as far as the hardware goes in the machine, it does sound like we are going to get the Blu-ray player on the Xbox finally.
Wait, so it's not going to be the HD thing
they're not going to do
load
HD
onto the Xbox last time? You actually had to buy the attachment.
Yeah, that was dumb. And so, but does that mean that they're going to drop DVDs? I don't know. Who knows? I think everybody's really pushing to do
DVDs are going
Blu-ray.
the way of the dodo. You just have to prepare for that.
I think I think all hard media is going away. I think we're going to move to an age of completely digital media.
Probably. I don't buy very much stuff hard media anymore, which I do enjoy having cases though. It kind of does look cool.
I asked for
It's a
Steam
cultural
wallet cards for Christmas.
Really?
Yeah, you can buy them at GameStop now.
That's kind of cool.
In $50 and $100 increments.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just would say there's always something about having a hard copy on your shelf that when people come over, it's like having a book on the shelf and saying, I've read that, I've played that.
It does make it easier for people that have difficulty remembering username and password for Steam accounts.
Yeah.
Because then if it's gone,
password.
it can be really hard to get back. Though I think they've made that easier since the last time I had to do that. There was like this 4-year gap where I didn't play anything on Steam, so I've forgotten. But back to the Xbox, it sounds like they're going to have a quad-core processor, a physical quad-core processor with 4 logical cores in each one of those physical cores. The way that they do that, I don't think we want to get into the technology
too much. It's basically 16 dedicated channels. That's all it is.
It's really stinking fast. It's cool, and most computers do not have that kind of hardware.
Sounds like the T-800 from Terminator.
It's got 8 gigs of RAM. It's probably going to have a pretty decent hard drive in it. I really hope that they don't release it with a 4 gig hard drive. That seemed dumb to me. But at the same time, they were also trying to really push getting more casual gamers and more family-oriented audiences to purchase an Xbox, which is also why they've been doing this $99 deal where you can get an Xbox 360 with a Kinect for $99 as long as you have a 2-year subscription to Xbox Live. They really? Yeah, they want to push more of their Xbox Live subscriptions. So if you get a 2-year subscription to Xbox Live, you can buy a brand new 4 gig Xbox 360 with a Kinect bundle.
I wonder,
That's a
the
really
iPods-
dang good deal, to be totally honest.
Apple has already gone away from using physical wires. I wonder if the Xbox is going to do the same kind of thing. Because we already have wireless controllers.
with
I wonder.
the Kinect.
Yeah.
I hope so. I would like to see the Kinect lose its cords. Well, I don't know. Battery power doesn't seem like it's going to be effective. It's a lot of data that the Kinect uses.
Mm-hmm.
It's a huge array of cameras and then sensors. It's not that easy to.
Well,
just
maybe
do
they could
wireless.
just do like a wireless and then have it through a USB dongle. Maybe do it that
Yeah.
way. Have like a lithium battery inside of it.
I guess
It's
maybe
a
something
cornucopia
like
of
that.
information.
Yeah, we are getting a little bit too tech for
we're
the,
getting deep on it.
How does
podcast.
the Wii U do it? Because the Wii U just came out this week. So
The Wii U has a rechargeable battery and it is a lithium.
okay, so yeah, maybe they'll probably just do it the same way.
Yeah, it could be.
Are you guys excited for the Wii U?
Not really.
Really? I'm the
Nah,
only
not
Nintendo
so much.
lover in the crowd.
No, don't get me wrong. I love Nintendo, but I just don't. I never got into Pikmin. That wasn't
Pikmin.
my thing. Really, the only draw that I have for the Wii right now is Mario Kart and Super Mario Brothers.
Oh, I want to play Zombie U.
Oh yeah, Zombie U could be.
I heard it didn't
pretty
get. I heard it didn't get good reviews.
Yeah, I don't really trust a lot of review companies now because there's so many games out there that they say get horrible reviews.
Except
Where
for
they probably
us.
didn't get paid.
yes, except for us, we give great reviews at ninth-row-reviews.com.
Yeah, no, it's true. We try and be unbiased and fair about our reviews.
But that's our motto. We are not paid by the companies that give
Yeah.
us their games. We pay for them, so we give you honest reviews.
That's our
Yeah.
exact motto, just like that.
It's
something
pretty
like
long,
that.
and there's a lot of stumbles. It's pretty crazy.
Cornucopia.
Cornucopia.
Anyway.
I heard the 720 was coming with a free coupon for Chuck E. Cheese too. It's gonna be great.
Yeah. And a CD
That's
with
a lie.
And a CD with Gangnam Style on it.
Oppa Gangnam Style.
Oh, wow.
Anyway, so yeah, we should actually take another break. This is running a little bit long, but there's been some great new games that have come out. If you haven't picked up Halo 4 and Black Ops yet, probably going to be a great Christmas
Buy
purchase.
Halo 4, rent Black Ops first. Unless
Yeah.
you're on PC, then you're out of luck.
Yep, and we'll see what happens with the Xbox Durango. Let's see if Sony picks it up and throws us some new stuff with the maybe a new version of the PlayStation and Wii U. Question mark. We'll see how it goes.
Long duck dong.
Yeah, we'll be right back after this.
When making your Christmas purchases this year, nothing makes it easier to find the items that you really want than Amazon. This year, help support the Unbranded podcast and Ninth Row Reviews by making your purchases on the Ninth Row Reviews Amazon page. It's fast, it's easy, and helps support our show. NinthRowReviews.com.
Doo-doo! We really do make it easy. It's everywhere. You just click on the Amazon link and it's right there. You search for what you want, and as soon as you click into it or click the item, it takes you to the regular Amazon page.
Have you guys ever experienced
every-
deja vu?
Everybody wants to give me crap today. Let's restart this.
No, you don't need to restart. We just keep going. We'll just keep
Yeah,
going.
find
Yeah.
an empty
so-
spot and cut and
Yeah.
edit.
I feel like I've.
You don't even need to
experienced
cut it
deja
out.
vu.
You could just leave that whole thing
I
in.
could.
You feel like you've sat on the couch and shot.
Oh no! Like I've heard these things before. I don't know where
Yeah.
though. What's going on?
Yeah, Logan said he wanted to cut like 18 different things out last week.
You're not
and we
doing
kept
that.
yelling at him like, no, you're not cutting it out, dude.
I know. Jake wasn't here last week, and it got really heated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will drop those words again, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Oh wow! I didn't know I played such a key role in keeping the peace.
No, you play a huge role in keeping the peace sometimes. Anyway, so
Yeah, we were a little unfiltered last
we were
week.
very unfiltered last week.
Yeah.
And
You just
bring-
I got
You bring the proper out.
I
in
bring
us,
the
Jake.
PC element to the
Yes.
show.
It was
Yes.
unbranded, unplugged.
yeah.
I
Anyway,
just liked how the most hazing thing I heard out of you guys was that tall guy.
yeah.
You're like,
true.
oh, Jake's gone. We got to make fun of him. That tall guy.
Didn't you hear there was like bleeps in between? Yeah, it got pretty bad.
Anyway, so yeah, go to ninethrowreviews.com.
Sounds like Logan cut everything out that we were talking about.
Yep, I just cut it out.
It was only a 30-minute podcast, even though we recorded for 2 hours.
Oh wow.
Anyway, okay, enough. Let's move on. We're
Topic.
running out of we got stuff
Christmas
to do.
Thanksgiving
music.
song.
Thanksgiving.
So yeah, let's get into the Thanksgiving song.
All right, we all know that, quote unquote, the technical beginning of the Christmas season is right after Thanksgiving. But as we've seen with all the commercial stores and things coming up like that, Christmas music just seems to creep up sooner and sooner. And I was
Yeah,
just
it
wondering what
does.
you guys think about that. Because personally, I enjoy a good song any hour of any day throughout the whole year. So I enjoy a Christmas song whenever it's around. But what do you guys? How do you feel when you hear a Christmas song after Halloween?
Christmas music that's been rocker sized is good for me. I like rock Christmas music.
Yeah, there's some of it.
Well, it's cool to have Trans-Siberian
Richard
Orchestra.
Simmons?
Trans-Siberian Orchestra is cool. I like that, especially going to their shows. Their shows are awesome
their
to
light
go
shows
to.
are bar none. It's just like November 2nd, all of a sudden Target's putting out Little Baby knocking over Christmas tree ads, and I'm just like, okay, this is where the world ends. This is why 2012 is it.
And I saw it in Walmart before. I think it was the day after Halloween. It wasn't even Thanksgiving.
It was like the
Christmas.
day of Halloween.
Like they had Christmas stuff on Halloween.
Yeah.
What's with that? That just didn't make any sense.
Gotta
But
stock
back
up.
to the music, though.
Too spooky for me.
I don't know. I think when the weather starts getting cold and a little bit more,
Joyous and cheerful.
I don't
More
know, joyous and
snowy
cheerful, it doesn't seem
crisp.
the same. I didn't want to say gloomy because it just makes it sound
Snowy.
bad. But when it gets colder and just more like a relaxed,
When
not
it's
hot
moist.
summer,
when it gets moist out.
when it's moist outside.
Not the song.
Thanks, Lou.
I'm feeling great.
Anyway, but no, I
You have a talent show.
no, I don't think any of us belong singing into these microphones.
No.
Please don't.
You'll never find.
Not unless it's karaoke night.
We could do that sometime.
That has to be at one of our shows soon. We have to have a karaoke.
I don't know.
karaoke.
We might lose the last 50 viewers that we have every week.
We have 50 people now.
Yeah, actually,
Logan's got lots of family.
Logan, your family.
all my no, it's actually pretty cool. And shout out to the Bay Area, San Francisco people that listen to our show. There's a good number of them. We actually have listeners all over the world: Philippines, South Korea, Germany, UK, Brazil. There's quite a few people. I don't know how much they've actually listened to, but
they just
from the
turn it on.
statistics that I've seen, the majority of people actually listen to the whole show, and that's kind of promising.
And we
It's cool.
apologize.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're obviously your
We're really
lives
sorry.
suck.
Gracias.
And we're
So-
sorry for last week when we couldn't put a show up.
Yeah, no, we were kind of bummed about that because we saw a drop off in re-downloads. But for everybody out there, share the show because we want to try and get it bigger. We want to get more people listening, and it's a lot of fun to produce this. But
Back to Christmas songs.
Back to Christmas songs.
Christmas, we will stay on topic.
We surely should. We have a hard time.
This is what happens when I'm put in charge of a topic.
It turns into ADD.
Pretty much.
No, really, when the weather starts changing from being the summer hot and starts getting colder, more windy, a little
You
bit
just
more
get more
rain
acceptable
weather,
with it.
I get more acceptable with it.
We live in Sacramento, though. It doesn't really get that much different.
No, it
Put
doesn't.
on a coat and expect a little bit of rain.
Well, for us, since we don't have snow, it's hard to say. The first snow is when it's okay.
Well, it's
Yeah,
weird
that's true.
because we've actually had snow in the last 10 years. We've had 2 snowfalls,
Yeah,
which
we
is
had
very
snow last
odd.
year.
But it didn't really stick, did it?
Oh, it never sticks, but it comes down.
But I can
hard.
throw snowballs.
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
I can do that, it'll be my Saturday night.
Sit there with your hands
Here's-
open, like, come on, I can catch it.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Aside from the snow falling, here's another Christmas music thought. What Christmas songs do you guys actually hate? Like, absolutely. Never, ever any acceptance of a song. Because personally, So This Is Christmas, the John Lennon song, I will shoot someone.
Oh,
Really?
yeah. Oh,
That
yeah.
song drives me up the wall.
I actually agree. I think it's way overplayed and
I really
used
like
on
John
everything.
Lennon,
For
though.
me, it's Feliz Navidad.
Oh, I love
Yeah.
that song.
Oh my!
I think
oh,
I've gone
I
like a
just
good
wanna,
10 years not listening to that song.
Oh, and yet you have a Mexican mother. What is?
Hey!
How does
Brought that back.
How do you
full
guys
circle.
not listen to Feliz Navidad?
Well, when we're so busy unwrapping our soft tacos from Taco Bell,
Well,
we don't find the time to pull out the Macarena CD and
Petting the
Feliz
Chihuahua.
Navidad.
Oh, that's awesome.
My word.
I miss the Taco Bell Chihuahua.
Yeah, I do
died.
too. He hasn't been around in a long time.
Years.
the
and
actual
years.
dog died pretty
Yeah.
recently.
How do you
Where's the
know
dog
that?
at? Oh, he died.
He's
Yeah,
gone.
he's dead.
It was like 20 years ago. Of course
Yeah.
he's dead.
Oh man.
Actually, I don't know. Like, you guys want to go on like the Christmas songs? I found a list, the top 10 most hated Christmas songs of all time.
Let's hear it.
And number 10, Little Jimmy Boy. I don't know. I'll leave artists out.
Little Jimmy Boy?
I Saw Mommy Kissing Santa Claus. Like,
Huh.
I
Man.
don't really like that song. It's too long.
Yeah, I think it's too long, but I haven't heard it
You know what my favorite song is?
recently.
Talking to your microphone.
Oh yeah, that's right. hey.
Who, me or Mike?
Both of us.
Oh,
Boom. At number 9, Deck the Halls.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I could see that.
it gets used in every department store ever.
I think it's repetition that drives people nuts.
Yeah. No, that's true.
For some reason, number 8 is gone on this list.
Okay.
Number 7.
They hated it so much they took it off the list.
Screw this.
I
we're
can't
not
even
letting
type
go.
the name. I hate it.
type this song.
You know what? It's called what? Oh Holy Night. That's
Oh, yeah.
Oh, holy night.
The stars are shining
Apparently people hate it.
brightly.
See, and yet people can recite it word for word.
That's because it's been burned into our heads
Yeah.
for years.
You can always sing the songs you hate.
That's true. That's part of why we hate them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, here's the top 5. Grandma got run over by a reindeer.
Granted.
Okay.
That's just overplayed.
Understandable.
Jingle bells. All I want for Christmas is my front 2 teeth. I've never heard of that one.
I've heard of that one. I don't really know where that's coming from. I understand why it's hated, maybe, but I don't hear it very often.
Not as often as Jingle Bells.
This is totally a generation or two before us.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Number 2, the Beach Boys, the man with all the toys.
Again, yeah, I think this
Definitely
is
the generation
Yeah.
before.
Yeah.
And number 1, I find this very odd. Singing dogs, jingle bells. This is not this is not jingle bells. This is dogs singing jingle bells.
It's the one where they go woof woof woof
Yes.
woof 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 woof.
Yeah,
Let's see.
I don't really like those.
Tell you, all right.
It's too
Here's my
corny.
own list.
Cornucopia.
Oh, here we go.
Hanukkah song.
Yeah.
I like
Okay.
Hanukkah songs.
I like
But
the
that's not a
song.
Christmas song.
It comes around the same
yarmulke.
seasons a year.
I don't like Adam Sandler.
But it's exactly, it's like 20, 25 years of that song. And it's like, come
Right.
on.
because that's all Jewish people have to cling to during the holiday season.
Oh, wow.
Zing.
We get Santa Claus.
We just
they get-
lost every Jewish listener.
What are you talking about? They know this too.
I don't think we had any.
I don't know.
Anyway.
They know they don't have that many great songs for
How
the
about-
holiday season.
How about Wham! Last Christmas? Anyone?
Wham?
No one?
No.
I've never heard of it.
Yeah.
It's a shame.
We should bring it up. You should pull it up while we're talking about
I was
the
too
list.
busy. I was too busy last Christmas meeting my wife.
Is that when it happened?
Yeah.
Oh,
it was
yeah.
Christmas
It
Eve.
was a magical Christmas night.
It was till 5 a.m. in my apartment.
I don't want to know.
We pushed it. Tell you what, okay,
went
so-
forever.
Oh,
we should- hold on.
We got a story here.
We should
Yeah,
tell that
okay,
story.
so it's Christmas. We have my wife's sister came into town, and it's like, what single guys around here we could have bug Charlotte?
Right.
And so Logan, he popped up, and so it's like, hey, there's Logan. And so it was kind of like all right, we've got enough time to socialize. How far can we push them together? And so it was like,
pretty funny.
hey, let's play games in the park. And then it was Christmas night, family dinners and stuff. It's over. It's like, hey, let's watch a movie.
Yeah.
And it's midnight. Hey, let's watch another movie.
I
It's
think
2 in the
we
morning.
watched
Let's watch another movie.
We watched The Hudsucker Proxy and Inception.
Coen Brothers,
And-
Christopher Nolan.
Trying to think of what else we watched.
Doesn't
But yeah,
matter.
it
Everyone
was
else
seriously
was
like
asleep.
almost 5 o'clock in the morning, and we were just having a lot of fun. Oh, we watched a bunch of YouTube videos after that.
It was just a challenge to see after each movie how much closer you two could end up to each other.
Yeah, it was.
And it
was
got pretty far.
fun.
We were pretty successful.
So
Yeah.
you forced Logan into a life choice that he was
Into a marriage.
He's never really talked to Charlotte.
I know.
We just
I've
know.
never seen his wife. Who is this?
No, it was actually really funny. My brother, the whole thing, I got called by my brother and said, "Hey, we're playing Ultimate Frisbee in the park. Come play." And yeah, it just happened like that.
Oh,
It
man.
was pretty funny. Christmas Eve is cool for me now. Maybe that's why I like it so much.
I spent Christmas sobbing silently into my bed.
That's depressing.
Into my empty
But
stocking.
before we get too far away from the
Of
songs,
a
though, and
fireplace.
the Christmas songs, and maybe the things that we hate, we have a song that we hate, and it's the Thanksgiving, no, she calls it "It's Thanksgiving."
It's
The
Thanksgiving.
By-
one song for Thanksgiving.
Nicole Westbrook. Now, this says it all. It has 9,545,000 some odd views. It has around 20,000 likes, but 146,000 dislikes. That's a pretty well-sounding "we hate this" by the YouTube community. How old is she?
It's not old enough.
She's like
Yeah.
13, 14, maybe.
I feel like I should be on a
ish.
registry list for,
But for
watching
you,
this.
for the listeners just not watching this video, if you Google it or YouTube it and look it up, this girl, the premise is she's throwing like a Thanksgiving all on her own. It's like, where are her folks?
Yeah.
Why is she making a whole meal for
And
her
then why
7
does a
friends?
random black man show up in her house?
That's the best.
But her name is Nicole Westbrook. It's going to go somewhat the same as Friday did, I'm assuming.
This is the new
Yeah.
Friday.
Well,
It
except
is the
it's
new
more Thanksgiving.
Is it the same person?
No,
No.
different girl. Very
Oh.
different girl.
So just another 12-year-old?
With a rich daddy.
Turn my eyes out.
Oh my god, my ears are burning.
It sounds just like Friday too.
Yeah, it's the same
Doesn't
premise.
everything.
You're in my
Well,
way.
this is what's irritating, though, is that she's being auto-tuned really heavily.
That's not auto-tune.
But it's like these kids are playing around a TV for Thanksgiving, and a black man is talking about it.
And he's so happy about being alone with these kids in this
But he's
house.
not
Yeah.
even. He's not even interacting with them. He's like on his own. He's just in their house. But
You
they
don't think that's
notice
being
it.
auto-tuned? You don't think she is?
Heavily auto-tuned.
It sounds like she is. That doesn't sound like a normal reverb.
She sounds like a robot.
No, it sounds like there's reverb and some vocal doubling.
No,
but it's not the heavy auto-tune T-Pain.
Well, I'm just talking about how high her voice
great.
gets.
T-Pain knows how to use auto-tune.
So this random black guy shows up in a turkey costume.
In the video, not here.
No, he's here in my living room.
Oh, now she's rapping. Damn. She's gangster.
She's sitting around the table rapping out to everybody else her thanks.
Yeah. Her and her 6-year-old friends are rapping around a table with a full-grown, middle-aged black man.
Wearing a turkey hat.
She's about to start singing into a turkey leg in a minute here. I don't know.
You've never done that?
Who produces this stuff, though? This doesn't seem like it's a home video.
Parents who have
wow.
connections to the radio, recording companies.
Not even. It doesn't take much to record things like the at-home studio
Look at us.
is the standard nowadays. But this is a girl who knows how to sing, a parent who has lots of money, and a connection to a black guy who knows how to produce songs. That's all it takes for this.
I think you're giving them too much credit. This is a girl who thinks she can sing, parents who give her way too much attention and have too much money on their hands.
Well, she's obviously getting her moment in the sun, and that's cool, I guess, but it's probably going to go the same way as
American
Friday.
Dream. This is her gold medal.
I don't know. It's probably going to get made fun of a lot in the
future. I
feel
dumber for listening to that.
She's going to live the rest of her life never accomplishing anything as high as this song.
No, she's actually going to probably experience a huge backlash because of this.
Probably. I remember the backlash that Friday got, and it was actually pretty brutal. I was a little bit embarrassed for anybody that was involved with that, because I didn't think it was really justified. Kids used to be able to get away with doing crap like this, or I know a couple
what wasn't justified.
Yeah, were you hazing this people?
Yeah, she got on the radio.
I'd
love to have a song on the radio.
I don't think that some of the backlash and the hating was really necessary, because a lot of it is just one of the internet phenomenons of trolling and people being overly aggressive. Yeah, being e-thugs and being really nasty to somebody.
Electronic gangsters.
Yeah.
If all of you could see the gleam,
we have to edit that word out.
Yeah. I don't know. It's not to say that Friday was in any way a good song or should have been as popular as it was, but there's an unnatural amount of aggression and hating that just goes on the internet, because a lot of people find it to be freedom through anonymity.
The internet has created a very evil kind of underbelly where people through anonymity can just say whatever they want and not seeing a backlash.
And we could spend a huge amount of time, but it's really not something we want to get into today. We'll talk about that on another podcast.
We're probably the last generation that grew up with, we could put videos out like this because there was no internet where people could make fun of us. Kids today are way overexposed, and they're put in this kind of weird situation where they get too much exposure too quickly.
Yeah, I don't know. 9 million, almost 10 million views. That's pretty.
She probably put this out thinking that it was like the best thing since sliced bread.
It's only been up about a week.
Yeah, and at the same time, it's like, okay, we sit here and we're all mid-20s, and we kind of make fun of this show or this song just like we made fun.
No,
of
you're
Friday.
right. We make fun of our own show,
and we make fun of our show as well a lot. But at the same time, this girl probably did think it was the coolest thing that she's ever been able to do. And for all we know, she could become really popular. She could get recognized in some way.
There's a cornucopia of possibilities that could come from this song.
None of them will happen.
And really, it's just, sky's the limit.
She's probably some Jerry's Kids or something, some geriatric that we're all making fun of right now.
Yeah.
We don't even know about it.
But at the same time, it's like, think of what this girl's going to think of if she starts hearing people making fun of her and picking on her. At the same time, as much as I want to make fun of how bad this is, I feel like I should be a little bit restrained, and we should be a little bit restrained on how much
we've actually been very
we've been fine.
Okay.
There's been no bleeping going on.
No,
it's cool.
Yeah, no, I think that we're very mild, but I hope that it just doesn't destroy this poor girl for doing something that honestly probably took quite a bit of work for her.
No.
You don't think so?
No, it looks like her parents wrote the script, bought the whatever camera work they had to do.
Could be.
She did nothing. She didn't even write the song.
No, she probably didn't even sing it.
No. I'm pretty sure she wrote the "Oh yeah."
Oh yeah, she went.
Those are her lyrics.
Okay, stick this in. Oh yeah.
Yeah, who knows? But
here's my number.
Good luck to you, Nicole Westbrook. Maybe you'll get famous by this in some better way than Friday did. But yeah. No, I think that's pretty much it for this week. We got some other stuff that we want to do before the night is done and put it out for this week. We got some cool videos that are going to be coming up. And then everybody just have a great Thanksgiving, right?
Be safe out there, America.
Keep looking to the stars. Maybe you'll hit the moon.
Oh yeah, we didn't talk. I know Mike wanted to talk about bad drivers and around holidays.
No, that's something we can talk about that afterwards.
Bad drivers,
because I'm still experiencing.
We still have Christmas to get
drivers.
through with that. But yeah, be safe, everybody. Have an enjoyable Thanksgiving, and we will talk to you next week, fatter than we are now.
Bye, everybody.
See you later.
Bye.
Love you. Later, Bert. Bye, Ernie.